Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Hey guys,
Hello,
I'm Hannah,
I'm
and
Brandy.
you're listening to
Not So Serious podcast. If you're still here, the two of you that are,
I'm dead. I was not expecting her to say that.
you get nothing because we don't have it.
I'm so dead.
You get an imaginary hug through the screen. Lola, get away from my charger. It's already broken and my phone's broken.
Speaking of imaginary, I watched a really good movie last night.
Oh, did you? That was a good little sweet.
I did, and it was that movie If. Have you seen that?
With Ryan Reynolds,
And John Krasinski,
John Krasinski.
Jim from The Office. Yeah, it was so cute, and I was looking. So the big purple one, like the main one, he was talking and I was like, that voice is so familiar. Who is that? And I was like, if I listen to it long enough, I'll know who it is. It was Michael Scott. I knew it. I was like, that's daggone Michael Scott. And then I looked it up.
Not daggone Michael Scott.
Daggone Michael Scott. And I looked it up and it was like Steve Carell. I was like, I knew it. I heard it. And I was like, that is familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And there was a bunch of like good ones, like Detective Stabler from SVU. He was one of them, and Blake Lively, and I think Amy Schumer, and like the guy who played on It Chapter 2, the guy who played Richie grown up, he was on there. Like there was, it was like a lot of like big actors.
I feel like they just got together to make this for their kids, you know?
Yeah.
Like something their kids could watch.
That's cute.
Their kids can't watch everything that they're in.
Yeah.
Especially Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I've tried to watch every Ryan Reynolds movie ever. I went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I watched what's that one called that I watched that it was really good? The time traveling one with he was in it, the Hulk was in it, Jennifer Gardner.
Oh.
It's like a time travel thing, and he meets like his past self and stuff.
Yeah.
That one's really good. You should watch it.
I
I cried watching it.
Really?
It got really emotional.
I cried watching that movie we watched last night. I cried at the end. But it was sweet though, not because it was sad. I mean, it's kind of sad, but it was like sweet at the same time.
I've been watching Ginny in Georgia, and when Hannah gets a minute, she needs to sit down and watch Ginny in Georgia. It's become like my favorite show. I've gotten my mama to watch it, and she's watching it right now. But I can't tell you anything because I don't want to spoil you, but you would like it. If y'all watch Ginny in Georgia, y'all know. And third season's coming out. And I done got a new man on there. His name's Marcus. He's on my list.
He is cute. She did show me what he looked like. Well, we all know I'm obsessed with Daddy Rick. That's been known for since episode 3 of this podcast, or episode 2, whichever episode it was where we talked about TV. And I was like, I'll never love anybody more than Daddy Rick. That's what I always told myself.
When you went to sleep that night?
Yeah, I was like, I'll never love anyone more than you, Daddy Rick.
When you went to sleep that night, laying next to your husband?
Obviously, like, I love my husband more than any other man. But, like, fictional characters, you know, Daddy Rick has a special place in my heart, as we all know that. But I'll tell you, that Killian Jones, he is fighting for that top spot in my heart right now. Because I'm watching Once Upon a Time again. I had stopped watching it for a little bit, and I'm on season 6 now. And
you're almost done with it.
He is. I was like, are you like in competition with Daddy Rick right now? Because not a lot of people are, you know, like, I love him. And it's that feeling, you know, that feeling when you're watching a TV show and you're like, I'm so obsessed with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. And it makes you feel crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're like
every little thing that they do, you're like, well.
And the thing is, if he didn't have the hook for a hand, it wouldn't be the same. That's part of what makes him hot to me.
I like
is the hook.
When they brought him back to life, but they didn't give him his hand back.
Yeah. That's what my mom said. She was like, dang, they brought him back from the dead and they just couldn't give him his hand back. I was like, we don't want him to have his hand back. That's part of what makes him hot, is the hook. It makes him different. And Daddy Rump, I think it is part of a character thing for me with him, because when he was not the dark one anymore, he was not given.
But when he
wasn't
starts
given.
doing that evil stuff,
Yes, it is the dark one for me. Because when he was not the dark one there for a minute and he was acting like a scared little bitch,
yeah.
he was not given anymore. I was like, kind of cringe. I was like, what is, I hope they changed him back. They did. But I was like, I can't watch this the rest of the time. Like, it's not given.
I was watching because they do conventions and stuff now. The once upon a time, everybody's doing the convention thing.
Yeah.
And the guy that plays Captain Hook, he was sitting there talking, and he was like, they always wrote in the script it's out in the script. I'm holding like 3 different things, and it was like I only have one hand. And he was like, I don't know why they wrote that in the script all the time. And like when he was climbing that beanstalk, he's supposed to have all this stuff with him, and they was like, he's only got one hand. You want him to climb and hold stuff?
Aww.
I was like, bless. But no, Rumpelstiltskin is my favorite on there, and I was always Team Neil. I was never Team Hook.
That's craziness to me. I love Neil. I do. I love Neil. And you know who else was so fun to me on that show? And they just killed him off. King Arthur. He did it for me. It was the blue eyes and the dark hair combo. That's a combo.
Yeah.
And every time, but his character annoyed me. I liked the storyline of Camelot and all that, but he annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost didn't care because he looked so good. And every time he would come on the screen, I'd be like, damn, he looks good. And they just killed him off. So
he got a little bit of a redemption, if I remember right.
Yeah, he did.
He kind of helped.
Yeah, he did help.
I was thinking to myself, because I've been watching Ginny and Georgia, and like I've become obsessed with Marcus. He's my new favorite. And like I'll be just sitting there and like I'm like just sitting here giggling over this man on TV. And then I'm like, when you're sitting there giggling over a man, and then he's just fictional. He's not real.
He's not even. I mean, he's real, but like his characters, he's playing a character.
Yeah, and guys don't look like that around here.
No,
they're not.
They don't.
Men like that around here.
No.
And all these men around here, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna offend anybody. They are just so country.
Yeah.
And I told my mama, I said, it's cute. My little country accent is cute.
Yeah.
But I don't want a country man. And she said, well, that's all you're gonna find around here. Like, it's cute to me, but I don't want no man that just ain't my type.
Yeah.
I want a classy man.
I think.
I don't want a country man. I don't want him the hunting and the fishing and the...
Well, I married a black man, so... Now, I feel like he does have a little bit of Southern...
Yeah, he does.
...accent. And every time I post TikToks of him, people say that they're like, he's so country, and it's so funny. I guess, like, I just don't hear it.
Yeah, but he's not country.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like chewing tobacco and, yeehawing.
And yeah.
Yeah,
just like the perfect little amount of it.
I literally dated a guy like that.
That's not my type at all.
I dated a guy like that, and that was the worst relationship I had ever been in. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I told Mom, I said, it's cute that I'm country and I have a cute little country accent.
Yeah.
But I don't think I want my man to.
I wonder if, like, you know how we think British people, like Australian people, like, and Asian people, like, they have these really cool accents. I wonder if they look at country accents and be like, oh, that's so cool. Because it's different.
Yeah. A lot of people, I think, probably think it is cool.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't even realize we have that bad of an accent until you get around people.
Well, British people around other British people don't hear it either. So it's like,
You know, we went to college. We went to college, like, an hour away from here.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, people, me and you, they was like, where are you from?
Yeah. Literally an hour away.
An hour away, the accent is different.
How many times I got asked if I was from Tennessee or Texas was crazy.
Like, that's just their stereotypical, like, country.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be from Tennessee.
Are you
or
from
Texas.
Tennessee? Are you from Texas? I'm like, I'm not from Texas. Like, I'm literally right down the road. Like
from South Carolina.
Yes. I work with a guy. He's from the Philippines, and I asked him because he like just came here like a few years ago, and so he was like raised in the Philippines, and I was like, do we sound like crazy to you? And he was just like we were learning how to understand him, he was learning how to understand us because like it's so different. And sometimes like I'd really have to like, I know what he's saying now because like I know him, but like I'd have to like really like listen because I didn't understand him that well. And it was the same way for him though, like, but with everybody. Like that's crazy. And I was like, do you think we sound like a bunch of hicks? And he was like, I quite enjoy the way that y'all talk. Like I like it. So just because it's different, maybe
Yeah.
it's like cool to them. I don't know.
I think like the country accent is kind of the closest thing, honestly, to like a British accent.
Yeah.
Like the way we chop our words and stuff.
Right.
Like they do that over there too.
And the way we draw out words too.
Mm-hmm. Like just certain words and
Yeah.
how we say them.
And how we literally have made up words.
Mm-hmm.
Like British people have like their own made up terms.
Mm-hmm.
Like Southern people have their own words too. Like y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most Southern word ever is y'all. And we say it every day.
Saying the other day at work, because I'm a server. If y'all don't know, it's a struggle. But it's my life. So I was saying I put a plural to y'all. You know, y'all is already y'all's is. Like I'm like I said y'all's food will be up in just a minute.
It's y'all. Yeah, y'all's is.
But y'all was already like multiple people.
Yeah.
And I add S to it.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Y'all's is. Well, y'all's stuff will be up in just a minute. I'm gonna go check on y'all's.
Literally not even a thing.
What even is y'all's?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, sorry I didn't make it to y'all's birthday party or
who's y'all's?
Yeah, I say that too.
I have been posting every single day on TikTok. So y'all follow me on TikTok. All of our stuff is linked.
We literally didn't do the spiel that we always do.
What spiel?
That everything is in the description below. Please like this video.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
It really helps a lot.
It does. We're up to 80. We're up to 80 subscribers now.
80.
That's 20 away from 100.
And we've been doing this for how many years?
A few.
You start to think, you question yourself, like, is it me? Like, people say it with social media and stuff, like, anybody can do it. Just sit down and talk, and you'll grow. And if you keep doing it, and I'm like, what's wrong with us?
That's not a true statement.
And I'm like, is it because we don't have a niche?
Maybe.
You know, but I'm not going to get here and talk about the same thing all the time.
But I feel like on TikTok, you do have a niche.
See, I feel like I don't.
You definitely do.
Like,
it's books and TV.
Yeah, but I feel like it's either one or the other. Like, I need to focus on one or the other.
No, I don't think so.
That's the way I've been seeing it. Because a lot of people that just start talking about books, like, they grow, like, so fast. And that's because that's the only thing they talk about. And I was like, but I can't. And I get hyper fixated on stuff, you know? Freaking ADHD. And that will make, if I want to talk about that, I want to talk about that.
Right.
If I'm hyper fixated on this one character in this one show, I'll make 5 videos on that.
I literally don't have a niche at all. Like, I have been posting like me cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
Here recently because I do enjoy cooking. So I've been posting like easy recipes that like, because that's a good thing. Like people sometimes they want to look for something easy. But good,
like your crock pot recipes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Like you can throw that in the crock pot and leave it all day long, and then later you do this and that, and it's done. Like I love watching stuff like that because, you know, when you're busy in life like we are, anything to make it a little more simple. So I've been doing like little easy recipes, but good ones that I've just kind of like regulars for me, like what we eat a lot. But yeah, I try to like pick up some of the trends sometimes, but yeah, I definitely don't have a niche at all.
I feel like I'm killing myself posting content. Like, you know how I will film something like literally 30 times before I post it. Like, I will spend like an hour on one video.
Oh yeah.
Like every little thing, and I will make 7 of those a day. So like I go to work and then I come home and then I like 3 hours I'm doing TikToks.
Oh yeah. See, I don't do
and that. I'm like, and I've been posting at least 4 to 7 videos a day. And it's not happening for me. I don't know. And I'm just like, is it me again? Because that's like what you think about, you know? Yeah. Like, is it us? Is there something wrong?
I think
don't
it
know.
just is what it is, to be honest.
But like, I'm not gonna sit down and talk about just one thing all the time.
Right.
Obviously, like if I want to talk about something, I'm gonna talk about it.
Exactly.
And that's like the thing on here. Like, if
But
we
I feel like there's a lot of people who are TikTok famous that don't have like a niche, though.
their niche is just person.
Yeah. I don't know. But with that being said, follow us on TikTok. Link in the description. Please like this video and please subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so we can have a cake and throw a party.
Yeah. And literally, like, if like we do this, we have to pay to put this out there and do it, and obviously that takes time and money that we
Yeah.
don't have.
Exactly.
It's not, and we do enjoy it.
Yeah.
We're not being forced
Yeah.
to do this.
Right.
Like, we could quit anytime.
Yeah.
But like, if we see that people are liking this, it will make us more motivated to keep doing it.
Hence the reason why we've been so sporadic with uploading. And that's not the only reason why.
Life is hard. But I have been consistent on TikTok, and it is hard because
Yeah.
it is very hard. But
I'm not consistent with anything other than my small business. And I literally have no choice but to be consistent with that. Like, if I want to make money, I have to be consistent. So, I mean, that's the only thing I'm consistent on. But it takes up a lot of my time. But it's very well worth it, and I do enjoy it. So it's not like a hassle, but
that's how I feel. Like, I like making TikToks. I think they're funny and cool.
yeah.
But not everybody's gonna think my TikTok, and that's not all for them.
Yeah.
I just think TikTok is not pushing my stuff out to the right people sometimes.
Yeah, that too. I
don't know. The TikTok algorithm sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we have not filmed on here in months, so I'm
I think
sorry.
it's only been a little over a month now, hasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's been like a month and a half.
I don't even know what day it is half the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I do enjoy making content, and like, I like to do it, but like, it brings out my insecurities every time I post something. I'm like scared to. I'm like, what if people don't think that's funny in it? You know?
See,
or what if people don't like it?
Me and Dee posted, we did that suspect challenge on TikTok, and I literally didn't have on a bra.
I don't have on a bra for half of my TikToks.
I was like, but I was running though. I was running down the road, and the neighbors were outside too. We were running down the road. I bet they were like, "What the heck are they doing?" It was funny though. I was like, "Whatever, I don't care." But yeah, we did that. It was funny. I just make Dee do TikToks with me, and that's part of his husband duty, is to do a TikTok when I want to do a TikTok, which isn't that often. But like, when I do my recipe videos, I was like, "Now take a bite and say that it's good."
Oh my God.
He's like,
You
"It is
threatening
good."
him?
And I'm like, "Look like you like it." And he's like, "I do like it." And I'm like, "You don't look like you like it." He's like, "That's just the way I look." Life updates and podcast update coming now. This will be the last time that you will see us filming in this spot, which is crazy. We are closing on our house next week, and we will be moving, and there is a lot to be done, and right at freaking Thanksgiving and then Christmas and New Year's and all the crap, the holidays that's about to come up. There's just going to be so much going on. So this episode wraps up season 2 of this podcast.
Season 2 was a mess.
Season 2 was a mess.
I feel like people are going to be like, it was like season 2 of a show. That first season was okay.
But
Season
the
2,
second one sucked.
it was all over the place. Like,
But you know what? I really enjoyed it though. Like, some of our most viewed episodes are in this new season, and I think it worked. Like, it is all over the place, but it worked in a way, you know? And it's like organized chaos, like, this whole season. And it's crazy because our first season had like 47 episodes. And I think this season's only going to have like, what, 12 or 13, something like that.
Yeah.
So definitely shorter. And granted, when we filmed the first season, we didn't know how seasons worked. So we were just planning on just uploading over and over and over. And we decided to do the rebrand Brandy was like, well, let's make this a season 2. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But we already knew, like, we weren't going to do, like, 47 episodes for
But
a
the
second
good thing is,
season.
if y'all were just finding us, y'all can go back and watch all those
Yeah.
episodes. Now, I'm going to let y'all know, we were a lot younger.
Yeah.
And it was a lot more of, we just said whatever.
Yeah.
We were very candid.
Yeah.
Very, very candid. I don't know if I will be that candid now.
Yeah.
We were trying everything.
We were 24 when we first started this podcast, and now we're 27.
And we still hadn't got to 100 episodes.
or subscribers. Dead.
Sorry.
Can we get to 100 subscribers by the time we do
Probably
our 100th
not.
episode?
See, the thing is, it's not so serious. It is.
It is, but it's not. This will be the last time you'll see us on this couch because we're literally selling this couch.
This couch.
So this couch will be no more.
I wish that we were doing TikTok when we lived in the apartment.
Yeah.
Just because we were together all the time.
Right.
And we had a fun life then.
Yeah.
It was a different.
I wish we would have
early
done the podcast
we
then.
were
Yeah.
different people.
Yeah.
And like we were living on our own for the first time really.
Yeah.
And we constantly had people in our house.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we had done TikTok and stuff, then
we threw some good parties in that.
Like I feel like it would have took off because literally every time we came home, somebody'd be at the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was telling Mama, because I was like, I come home now and I'm just sitting there by myself. Yeah. And I was like, when we had our apartment, there was people over all the time. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was very spontaneous.
It was very spontaneous.
all the time.
Yes.
You did not know who was going to show up. You did not know how the night was going to go.
You might come home from work and you won't even be planning to have a party and there'd be a party.
Just happens.
Yeah, it would literally just happen.
I come home from work and people be in there taking shots in the living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a vibe.
I feel like people would have loved to see that.
Yeah. That was some good times. But it's the end of an era and on to another era for me.
But not for me.
And the next time you see us, we'll be in a new location and a whole new setup. Like, it's going to look completely different. I can't tell you when that's going to be because I don't see the future. And I don't know how my life is about to change. Like, you might think, oh, like you're just moving into a new house. But like, this is a huge milestone. Like, this is a big step. And like, my life's literally going to be different. I'm going to have to work more than I already do.
Oh God. Plus, it's holiday season. So it's already going to be hard, I think.
We might try to do like, maybe like a Christmas episode or something. Because surely I would be settled by then, I hope. But
we'll
see.
I would like to come on here and try to talk about Wicked because we love Wicked.
Yeah.
And do a little Wicked.
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait. We're going to get matching shirts.
I seen people that went to an early screening, they had their premiere and everything.
Yeah.
People that went to like the early screening, like people were just like crying in the audience. And I'm like, my expectations are so high.
It is so high.
And like if it's something happens,
please don't flop.
Like people have been waiting on this forever. And
Dee said a comment the other day. He was like, because I showed him a TikTok and it was this girl and she was like, me trying not to sing Defying Gravity watching the movie. And she was like, it was funny. And Dee was like, I hope people don't do that. I said, Dee, people are going to do that.
I literally hope my theater does that.
Me too.
Like, I will come home and watch it by myself later and listen to it and dissect it. Yeah. I want to go there with the theater kids. And
yes, exactly.
It's going to be a bunch of theater kids.
Like, I want us to all be singing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not the same. Like, he was like, well, that's what's the point of watching the movie if
it's
you're not going to listen to it?
Exactly. It's like going to a concert.
Exactly.
Like, that's what a movie should be like.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good movie theater experience since Spider-Man No Way Home. That was a good movie experience. I went to the movies the other day. I went by myself. I went to see that movie, That We Live in Time, with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
Oh, yeah.
I was the only one in the theater.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that.
It was perfect. I was the only one there. It was a good movie. You know, I love both of them.
What was the last movie I saw in the movie theater? I don't even remember. It was Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And that movie got so much hate, and I don't understand why.
I haven't seen it. I didn't get to go see it. I
I
have to wait till it comes
loved
out on
it.
streaming.
I literally loved it. And everybody on Facebook like, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. And I'm like, what movie did y'all watch? Because I loved it. Like, but I'm a huge Tim Burton fan. I love all of his movies. I've seen the majority of his movies, if not all of them. And like, I love the Tim Burton lore so much. And Beetlejuice is so iconic. I loved it. Like, I don't know. I guess I want to say, like, you just don't understand. You don't understand the lore. You don't understand the vibe. That's why you didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like. But I don't know. I liked it. Me and my mom and Timmy and Dee, we all went and we all liked it. So I don't know. I think people just don't know. Y'all just don't know.
I watched the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot the other
Oh,
day.
yeah.
You know, Wizards is my favorite show.
Mhm.
That's my favorite Disney Channel show. Alex Russo raised me. That's where I get all my humor from. But and people are judging it already, but I literally think this is one of the best reboots that I think I've ever
Really?
watched. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And seeing her again and David Henry,
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. And I think the cast, like the kids on the show, the kids are good actors.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was actually interested in the kids storyline too, not just the adult storyline.
Yeah.
I think the kids were really good. Like that's how you
Yeah.
do a reboot.
I think
And
that's
it was
how
good.
I felt when Fuller House came out, because I grew up on Full House and I loved Full House. And when Bob Saget died, I literally want to jump off a building. Like, my childhood was just crushed. But I felt like that when they came out with Fuller House, you know, they all had their own kids. And I was interested in those kids' storylines too. So it was like, I get what you're saying, because that's
Mhm.
how I felt about Fuller House too.
I think this one, I like it more than the Fuller House right now.
Yeah.
I didn't like them kids. I'm sorry.
I was just glad to see Uncle Jesse again, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Aunt Becky and
But I
all
think
of them.
that the storyline they're doing in this show, like it can stand on its own too.
Yeah.
Like it's not relying too much on it. Like it does have the nostalgia,
Yeah.
but it is trying to be its own thing. And I sit there and binged it, and I was crying.
Yeah.
Like when the dad came on there for an episode and he was talking to Justin, I was crying. I was literally
Yeah.
crying. Oh my god! And people are saying that that JT Austin will be on it. That's what I've heard.
I hope
And
so.
he hasn't acted since he was in The Fosters. Me and Mama loved The Fosters. It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And he left The Fosters, and they recasted him with during Noah Centineo.
Oh, yeah.
And because he quit acting, JT Austin quit acting. So if he comes back for this, I would love that.
Iconic.
I love him. I thought he was the cutest thing. I had a
Yeah.
crush on him.
Yeah, he was. Little me thought he was cute too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's turning 30 this year. That makes me
Bro,
feel
that's crazy.
old. We are old. We're almost 32.
We're getting there. Felt like going back to the house again. I felt like when we first started this process, I was in a very different state of mind than I am now. Like, me and Dee both were like, okay, like, they can take their time. Like, we can save some money. Like, we're not in any hurry. Like, if it's the end of the year, like, it's fine. And then, like, the closer we got, I got so anxious. I guess seeing it and knowing that, like, it looks put together, I'm like, okay, like, I feel like I should be able to live in it now. Like, and it's literally, like, basically done. Like, it is done. And I don't know. I'm so anxious. And it's how many days now? It's 9 days until we close now, a little over a week. And I feel like that's going to be the longest 9 days of my entire life. Like,
You got so much to do, though.
and then the other part of me is thinking about all this crap I have to pack up and move, and I'm not ready. I better get ready. But I'm just like looking around my house, and I'm like, oh my God.
The good
Like,
thing
so
is
much.
it's not like you have a certain date that you have to be out of here by.
That's true. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
That's
you
true.
can take your time. It ain't like you gotta throw it all
Yeah.
and do it really fast.
The only thing I really want to try to get together is Noah's room, because that's going to be like part of his Christmas, is like his brand new room, and it's
Mhm.
going to be a surprise. And I've done like bought all this stuff for his room, and I don't want him to see it. So it's kind of like I have to get it done quick so like he doesn't see it, you know. But other than that, like it can be over time, I guess. But it's so much to do. And the closing process has by far been the most stressful out of all of it. Like, I'm so ready for this to be done. It's giving me anxiety every day. I can't sleep. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then I think when the first night that I'm sleeping there, how am I going to feel? Like, you just think about stupid stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
what's the first night going to be like? What's going to be my first meal that I cook? Like, I don't know. Like,
I think it's
it's weird.
exciting, like, to
It is
wake up in a
exciting.
new place.
It
and,
is exciting. Yeah. There's just so much crap we have to do, and it's very
It'll
overwhelming.
be here before you know it, and then, like, it'll be a time where, like, dang, remember we used to live in that little house?
Yeah.
So appreciate your time here.
Yeah.
Appreciate, like, try not to look too much. I'm just giving out words of wisdom. Try not to look too much and stress over the future, and just appreciate the time that you're in right now. Like, appreciate just being here, because you're not going to have that soon.
Yeah.
And just think about all your memories here and appreciate what you're doing right now.
I mean, because a lot of things happened in this house, like when me and Dee
and
got
then when
married.
one day you're going to be out of it. So
Yeah.
you need to appreciate it.
Like one,
So
yeah, like when me and Dee got married, as a married couple, we came back to this house. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, there's special things about this house, and you know, it is like bittersweet to leave, but I'll be at the same time like I'm ready. You know, I'm overwhelmed in my head right now. It's just a lot, and I'm overwhelmed about how much money everything cost. Yeah.
I don't know how y'all are building a house, honestly.
Me either.
Bro.
It's rough. It's really rough.
I went to work yesterday and I got off and I literally filled up the gas in my car, took my car through the car wash. I was getting my car ready because I'm about to have to drive it somewhere, so I need to make sure everything's good on my car.
Mm-hmm.
So filled up my gas, took it through the car wash, vacuumed it, had to get my oil changed. I was like, well, shoot, there goes all that time I worked today, all that money I made is gone now.
It's literally gone.
And just like that.
Yeah.
And Mom was like, just be grateful that you had the money to do that. And I'm like, yeah, but I just worked all them hours and there it went.
Yeah.
I hate having a car. I just wish I could live somewhere where I could just walk. I hate a car. I can't drive. And I put so much money in this stupid little car. You think I have the money you put into a car?
I know. That's true.
I just wish I lived somewhere where I could walk and there was good, safe public transportation if needed. But there's nothing safe in America.
I just think about the fact that I'm going to be paying for a house for 30 years. And I was like, when this house is paid off, I'll be 57 years old.
That's disgusting.
I'll be 57 years old. I'm going to be paying for this house until I'm 57 years old. Not me and my husband. I'm not paying by myself, but yeah. And Dee will be 58.
Yeah, he's old.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't see. I can't see me owning a house. I just don't want to own a house. I want to rent an apartment, and an apartment that has like a nice gym, and like I want to be surrounded by other people.
Let me just give you a little piece of advice, you and the rest of the world out there. If you can find a nice home that you like, and you're thinking about building, and you're like, oh, but this house, it has almost everything I want, like it'll do, just get that house. Just don't, like, and I feel the same way about my wedding. I don't regret anything I did, leading up to the wedding. Like, that was the best day of my life. But I wouldn't recommend it, having as big of a wedding as I did. And I didn't really want a big wedding, but like Dee's family is huge. Like, we had no choice but to have a big wedding. I wouldn't do that, doing it over. It's like I don't regret doing it, but I'm not ever gonna. I wouldn't advise other people to do it. And same thing with this. Like, I don't regret anything, and I know everything's gonna be so worth it, and I'm gonna love it so much, and it's gonna be the best thing. But I wouldn't recommend it. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot, you know.
But like your wedding, like it's just like where you just have all the attention on you. You just get that for like that one day. So
Yeah.
I would, I mean, I could see I might have a big wedding because I want all the
Yeah.
attention on me.
Yeah. It's
For the
just
day.
a lot. Like, it is just a lot.
Playing all my songs and everybody listening to my music.
I was talking to this girl the other day, y'all, and she's getting married, and she was like, it's so stressful, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, like, I know, tell me about it. Like, it's stressful. And I was like, you know, are you doing the planning? And she was like, oh, no, I have a wedding planner. I'm like, girl, I literally told her, I was like, oh, I wasn't that fortunate. I had to plan everything by myself. That was stressful. But then I was like, I couldn't afford a wedding planner. So it was
like we got there and we decorated.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
No, I didn't even have a decorator. Like,
we went out there and
On
decorated.
my wedding day, I was down there decorating tables. Mostly because I'm OCD and I didn't think anybody else would do it how I wanted to. That was a lot of the reason why. But yeah, like, I didn't have people there to like decorate. And then I literally stayed down there and worked until they said Dee's walking in the door. And I had to go back upstairs. I literally worked on my wedding day. But I mean, it was fine, you know. I wanted to do it.
Sounds like it's not fun.
I mean, I wish I would have had somebody to do it for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then I got back up to the bridal suite where we all were, and I was like, what do I do? And they were like, sit down and relax. It's your wedding day. And I'm like, I don't feel like I can do that. I feel like I need to be doing something. And they're like, Hannah, sit down. Literally, it's your wedding day. You are getting pampered. Like, this is your day. Like, just chill.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I couldn't. A lot of that was probably like nerves. Because you just think about walking, and I had to walk down all them stairs, and all them people looking at you.
I just knew somebody was going to fall down them stairs.
I
Because
was
we had to walk downstairs.
I was praying not. I was like,
I was holding on to
please.
that railing. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, and I'm holding my bouquet like this, and I'm like trying to look. My dress is long. I'm trying to look where my feet are going, and I can't see my feet. And oh my God, I was like, Lord, please don't let me fall. And I did trip on the way out over my dress. You know, when they say, Mr. and Mrs. Deanya Statements, whatever. Oh, he's going to kill me for saying his government name on here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, yay. And you're like walking, and you're like, woo, we're married. That whole part. Yeah, I tripped. And
it was not bad.
It wasn't bad. And my
I didn't even
videographers,
notice you tripped.
who were amazing, cut it out of the video. And when I tripped, one of my flowers fell off my bouquet and just went flying through the air. And somebody picked it up and put it back in there for me. But it really wasn't like I didn't fall, but I just kind of like tripped a little bit. And I was like, thank God they cut that out of my video. But I definitely remember. And it was weird. Like, I feel like I manifested it in a bad way. Because when we were walking, I was like, I feel like I'm going to trip. And I did. But it wasn't. It would have been embarrassing if I like fell. But I didn't. It wasn't that bad. And I don't even think Dee even noticed.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody even noticed. Because it was like when we were about to walk out the door. So, like, I feel like at that point, y'all were already walking and people were kind of looking at y'all. So, it, like, took some of the attention off of it.
Honestly, I need a vacation.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work on my mental health and stuff, and work has been honestly killing me. And I work so much, and I still can't even afford to live. And I just need a vacation.
You know what pisses
Sorry,
me
I
off?
just switched our whole thing.
You know what
so
pisses
fast.
me off about work? When you ask for days off, and then they're asking why you asked for days off.
Yeah, they think you live to work there.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, let me get this straight. This is my PTO that I earned by working,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to know why I'm taking my own time off?
Literally, they call you in the office and like, why did you request these days off?
Yeah, like none of your freaking business.
I don't know. Why did you request these days off and you weren't here the other week, manager?
Yeah. That makes me so irritated.
Tell me your business and I'll tell you mine.
Like,
I feel like something happened. Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened. I feel like I shouldn't talk about it though. But that's
Yeah,
just
I
a
have a few
general.
things going on, but I feel like I should not share them to the public.
Yeah. Because, like, I do need my job and I don't want to get fired. Especially now. And I'm about to have to, like, come January, I'm going to be working more days because obviously we're going to have.
How are you supposed to have a
House payment?
life if you have to work all the time?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I
just living
wish
to work. You're
just-
not working to live.
Just cast me on Big Brother, okay?
I'm gonna go so bad.
Like,
Are we gonna do the audition or not?
see, here's the thing. If I knew I'd have a job when I got back, I would do it.
Yeah,
But I feel like I wouldn't have a job when I got back.
but you'd probably be famous.
I mean, yeah, but is that going to pay my bills? Like, I don't know. Like, it's
Honey,
so uncertain.
it does for some of them. They stay on TikTok live.
Speaking of Big Brother, Brandy posted a TikTok of our live reaction of the finale. So go watch it on her TikTok. Predictable.
Yeah,
Predictable.
I just wanted something exciting to happen, so I was recording us to like capture our moments. Like, I feel like last year's was good.
Yeah. Because it was such a toss up. Like, you didn't know if it was going to be Matt or Jag. But, like, when it was Chelsea and Mackenzie sitting there, we all knew.
Mhm.
We all knew. And it was unanimous at that, which I figured. And the second that she took Chelsea, I was like, it's over. Me and Brandy was like, it's done. Like, we already know who won at this point.
Mhm.
But I
But
think
she
it
was
well
deserving.
deserved.
She was
Yeah.
very deserving. I think she's a really good player.
She played the game very well. And I think people were just upset that it was predictable, and that was it. It wasn't even the fact that they didn't even like her.
But I really liked this last season. Like, I thought this
Yeah.
last season was good. Like, with the AI arena and stuff, it made
Yes.
eviction nights better.
Yes, I completely agree.
I think they did really good with this season, and I liked the cast this season a lot.
Yeah.
I hated how they liked to send all the hot men home. I was like, y'all
First.
finally cast all these hot men on the same season. Like,
Yeah.
we usually get maybe one hot guy.
Yeah.
There was all these men, all these attractive singles, and they all left.
Yeah. Matt being the first one to go was a rough one.
Bruh, Cedric, my boy, that
Oh,
was hard.
we're actually friends with Matt from Big Brother.
My good friend Matt was on Big Brother.
Actually, I had a TikTok go viral when the double eviction happened and Angela went home.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Brandy posted a TikTok and it went viral and Matt commented on it.
And he reposted
reposted.
He
So
did.
we're basically friends now.
I know him. He lives right up the road.
Yeah. Period. Matt deserves a second chance. He deserves, like, to just get a do-over.
Mm-hmm. I would be so pissed if I was the first one home. I would be out there begging
Livid.
Julie, please.
Livid.
Please, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
Put
Like-
me back in.
And a lot of people, like, quit their jobs to do this. And could you imagine quitting your job and you being the first one gone? I would.
I'd feel like
oh
a
my
failure.
God, that would suck so bad. That's a fear of mine, too. But then you think, like, oh, there's no way I'd be the first one to go home. But, like, everybody probably thinks that. They don't go in thinking I'm going to be the first one to go home. Like, they don't go in thinking that. I would be devastated. I would be on that whole plane ride home. I'd want to jump. Like, I would be devastated. And America's Favorite, I also thought was predictable, but I was very happy with Tucker winning.
Yeah, that was fine to me.
And he was the first ever pre-jury member to win America's Favorite.
Mhm.
That was cool. And I voted for Quinn like 30 to 40 times, and he was in the top 3 for America's Favorite. And Angela was in the top 3. And I only feel like she was in the top 3 because she was chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It was not for her personality. It was not because she was like the best game player. It was because of the chaos that she caused. I get it. But I get it. Like, people like that. I like it. I just wasn't a fan of the way she, like, played and carried herself. But she was good TV. And you can't take that from her. She was good TV. Did she get on my nerves? Yes. But it made for a good season. So you got to at least give her that. And from my TikTok, everybody's thinking I freaking hate Angela. For one, it was a joke. The TikTok was a joke about her leaving on double eviction. I don't hate Angela at all. There's a lot She's actually not my least favorite on the season. Like, I actually liked her more than a few other people. But is she my favorite? No. But was I ready for her to leave? Yes.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I hate her. I mean, I'm sure she's
People
a
are
fine
so
lady.
negative on TikTok.
Yeah.
I get hate comments all the time.
They're like, oh my God, Angela Stan. And I'm like, okay,
like,
fine. Like, you're entitled to that opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I mean, I'm sure my favorite on the season wasn't everybody's favorite.
yeah.
It's fine. Like, it's a freaking show. These are actually real people. Like, and I would never like say like I hate her as a person because I don't know her. I just watched her on a TV show. Like,
that's like with social media. Like, you don't know people.
yeah,
Like, people put not even 10% of their lives on social media. You
Mhm.
do not know that person.
Exactly. Yeah, I
You
agree.
can't make assumptions about people like that.
But overall, I really liked this season. And I mean, I thought she was a deserving winner. She played good. I thought America's favorite, he was deserving, and I was glad that he got that. I'm glad him and Rabina's still kicking it. I think they're really cute together. And I'm glad Quinn's not with Leah. Come on. We knew that wasn't going to happen. Be so for real.
It's just like forced proximity. Forced proximity just allows you to be attracted to literally anything.
The thing is,
It's happened.
The thing is, though, yes, I agree with you. Because
We
I've
did
been in that
theater,
position.
so you know how it
Yes.
is in theater when you spend so much time, and you got to think about 24/7 being with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I get it.
You just start to like people.
And I'm just like, but the thing is, with Leah,
It was
I
a little
don't
crush.
feel like she even liked him, though. And she did say she had a crush on him, and she might have maybe started to feel something. But was it going to be a long-lasting relationship after the show? No. We all knew that. And I'll tell you something. She don't deserve him, period. Like, you don't deserve that man, okay? Quinn deserves somebody who's going to love him for him. And because he is, I think he's like a beautiful person. I think he's got a great sense of humor. I think he's got a great personality. I think he is very cute. Like, he's handsome. He's got gorgeous, luscious hair. He's got pretty eyes. He's got a pretty smile. Like, he's the cute nerd in the movie that you like by the end, to me. Like, hey, she doesn't deserve him. I'm sorry, she doesn't. And I'll stand on that. 10 toes down. We stand on business. That's the business I'm standing on.
I like when Tucker said that like he was just like himself, and he like to encourage more people to be
Yes,
their
I
authentic
love
selves
that.
and stuff.
Yes.
And I love that because I have a weird personality too, and everybody does. Everybody's a little
Mhm.
weird, and it's
Yeah.
okay to be weird and be
Yeah.
yourself. So yeah,
That's part of why I was drawn to Tucker. That's part of why I was
Mhm.
drawn to Quinn. Like,
because they weren't afraid to be themselves. They were just
Exactly.
really out there with their personality. Like, good for
Exactly.
you.
exactly.
You-
And
good
it
for you.
wasn't, they were weird, but it wasn't obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some people that's like, oh, I'm so quirky and I'm so weird, but you're obnoxious. It's really like you're obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it wasn't like that for me with them. And also, T-Core and Chemo really grew on me through the season too. And
I liked Chemo. I was so sad
yeah,
when he left.
dude, I didn't know how much I liked Chemo until he left.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I even said in the last episode, I was like, oh, I think it'd be good. Like, I think it's time for them to leave. But when he got evicted, I was heartbroken. I was like, I can't believe I even said that. Like, seeing him out there talking to Julie, and he was just like, I'm just so happy to be here. And I'm like, what an angel. What an angel. Like, he is such a genuine guy, and you can tell. It's very obvious. And, you know, he was just like crying, but he was like, I'm just so happy to even like get to do this. And I'm like, what a sweetheart. Like, oh, love Chemo. But yeah. Overall, it was a good season. I was glad Mackenzie made it to the end. That was such a success story, though, for her. Even though she didn't win, it was like, you fought for yourself, and nobody did that but you. And nobody saved you. You did this on your own, and you still got second place. Like, that's freaking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she deserves all the praise.
Like, people
for
were
that.
saying, yeah, Chelsea made it and she didn't have to win all those competitions, but Mackenzie had to.
Yes.
And that's why she was there, because she literally had to, where she was going.
And
she
I mean,
did.
I
So good
think
for her.
I think that she knew when she took Chelsea with her, she knew that that was going to cost her the game. I don't think she's an idiot. I think that she knew that. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, she's so stupid." And I'm like, I think that she wanted to play a game that she was proud of. And at first I kind of felt like that. I was like, "Mackenzie, come on. Like, don't you know?" And the thing is, like, I think that she did know. And it was just like, I want it to be fair and I want it to play a game I'm proud of. Now, couldn't be me. I would have took Cam. That's the kind of person I am.
I would too, and I feel like America would have hated me for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's so selfish. But either thing that she would have done, they would have hated her.
Yeah.
Either way,
Because she would have beat Cam with flying colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they would have hated her. They found something to hate on either way. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would have been selfish to Cam. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, me too. So she's a better person than I am, apparently, because I'd have been like, girl, you got to go. But yeah, that's her decision, and that's a decision that she has to live with. And so, yeah, I mean, good for her. If anybody wants to know what to get me for Christmas, I want a cameo from Gwen on Big Brother. That's what I want for Christmas. Y'all can send that to me via
Money.
that too.
I have so many books that I want, and I can't buy them because I'm poor.
Oh my god, I was telling Brandy about this the other. I've actually been talking about this a lot. She's probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but I've tell you about my traumatic experience that happened to me last week. Very traumatic. So I'm very routine with the dentist. Okay, I have really good teeth. That's one of the things that I like about myself. And I've never had a cavity, and I've never had any issues regarding my teeth. And I did have my wisdom teeth cut out like 5 years ago. But I mean, that's something mostly everybody has to do. But
She was about to say everybody, and then she looked at me. I did not do
yeah,
that.
mostly everybody.
Not
My mom
me.
still has hers, and she's like 50 something, and she still has all of hers. Like, not everybody, but anyway, that's not the point. So, but other than that, like, I've had a really good like dental history. So last week, I go to my dentist for my regular 6-month cleaning, and I get in there, and I'm all like, okay, gonna get my teeth cleaned, then I'm gonna go home, So the freaking lady's cleaning my teeth, and she doesn't say anything to me. And then the dentist, he always comes in and like, I guess, checks their work or whatever. So she's like, can you look at that tooth over there? And he was like, yeah. And they basically stick like, the little pick that they like scrape you with.
That.
Well, they stick that little pick like in your back teeth to make sure they don't stick. And if they stick, that means you've got like decay forming and stuff that's not supposed to be there. They're not supposed to stick, right? He sticks this freaking thing in my tooth, and he can't get it out. It's stuck there in my tooth, and he's yanking on it, and my head's going like this. And he's not hurting me or anything, but like, he was like, yeah. So basically, we're gonna have to do a filling. And I'm like, why? What is that? Why? I don't have these things done. I don't have these problems. And he's like, basically explaining to me like, oh, you have a cavity, oh, it's starting to decay, and like we need to take care of it now before it gets any worse, and like we've been looking at this same tooth for a year now. And I'm like, y'all been looking at this same tooth for a year now? I didn't know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally made him like show me, because I was like, are y'all trying to scam me right now? Because they'll be trying to scam me.
They do.
And,
Everything's a scam.
But yeah, I mean, I knew obviously when he couldn't get that thing out of my mouth that something was actually wrong, and they explained it to me or whatever. And he was like, I can actually do it right now. And I was like, actually, no, you're not going to do it right now, because I'm having a panic attack. Like, I'm having anxiety. So he was like, okay, we'll just come back, in this time, and we'll do it. And I was like, I drove here. And he was like, you'll be able to drive home. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You're not having surgery. And I'm like, and people are probably watching thinking she's being dramatic. I probably am being dramatic, but I'm terrified because I've never had this type of thing done to me before. And they're like, oh, kids do it all the time. Kids do it all the time. Well, they put them kids on laughing gas. Okay? They could put me on laughing gas, but I'm going to have to pay for it. I'm sure that's expensive. And then I can't drive home if I have laughing gas. So it's like, they're going to drill a hole in my tooth and get all that junk out of it. And then they're going to fill it back up with some composite fake tooth stuff that's going to harden and look like your real tooth. And like, I know I need to have it done. Like, I know, like, I don't want my tooth to fall out. And if you don't do it, then it starts to spread to your other teeth, and then they have it, and then they get decayed, and then
Stop talking about this. I feel like my teeth are hurting now.
and no, like, literally, they tried to clean it the best they could, I guess, till I could come back, and now there's a hole there. Like, I can feel it with my tongue. There's a hole there, and now when I eat, I guess it's getting like caught in there, and like it's hurting. So now I have like a toothache, and I was like, I wish I would have just let them do it. And now, because now I thought that I needed time to go home and think about it, and that was the worst mistake. Like, I should have just let them do it right then and there, and it would have been done, and then I wouldn't have to go back and think about it for another week and a half. So y'all send some prayers up for your girl. She's scared, and yeah, I'm gonna have a brand new tooth. I'm scared.
Well, y'all pray for me. I'm going to see the psychiatrist tomorrow.
Send the prayers up.
Send the prayers up for me. They're going to take a look at my head.
Period.
Just said that in the most casual way, but it's fine. Everybody needs to get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very
Stuff that I put off for a while.
Yes.
I'll get my body right and my teeth right first, but I need to get my head right first.
Listen, going into 2025, we're gonna, what do you call it? Going into 2025, we're gonna normalize, normalize and prioritize taking care of your mental health and your body as a whole.
Except for the dentist. I will not be there.
Brandy.
I have a water flosser at home. I floss. I water floss. I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I have a special dental toothbrush.
You need to get the plaque scraped off of your teeth, though.
It's fine. That water flosser gets a lot.
I'm gonna.
You'd be surprised. Like, I love my water flosser.
I'm gonna invest in one of those.
And when you like do it and you spit that stuff out and you realize the stuff that's been in your mouth, you're like, dang.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting. But I like my water flosser. No, I'm scared of the dentist. That's too close to my face. Too close to. I'd be the one that be pushing their hands away.
Oh my god. But like, I've just never had an experience like that, and I mean, I'm glad that they caught it, and like, I mean, I know I need to have it done, so I'm glad that they saw it and found it, and I can get it fixed. Like, I'm very thankful that my tooth isn't going to rot out of my head, and
Mine might.
They might, but I'm like that about the eye doctor too, because y'all don't probably know this about me, but I do wear glasses. I've never worn my glasses on here, because when I wear my glasses on here, the ring light reflects into my glasses, and you can't see my eyeballs, so I'm blind while we do this. But yeah, I hate going to the eye doctor too. I do not like having my eyes dilated, and it's stupid because like, I can start an IV on me, I can get my blood drawn all day long, I can get a shot all day long, and I'm fine. But the second it has something to do with my face, my mouth, my eyeballs,
I feel like that's all fine for me, but it's just the thing about going to the dentist, like you don't know what they're gonna find.
Yeah.
Like, something could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, everything else, like, I'm okay with. I can do it. That's like going to the psychiatrist. I don't know what all they're gonna tell me.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Just not knowing. Yeah. Like, you don't know what to expect.
Like, that's like with the dentist. Like, you don't know what they're gonna say. They might say, "Listen, they all messed up. You don't have to pay all this money."
Yeah, and that's gonna be a freaking high bill. Like, I know. Oh, God, I know it's gonna be a high bill. Oh,
It's okay.
God. But I'd rather pay to get it done than have my tooth fall out. So, you pick your poison, I guess. And I'm like, this is the worst possible time for this to happen to me. I was telling my dentist, I was like, I know you don't understand, but this is the worst possible time in my life that you could tell me I have a cavity right now, sir. Yeah, he knew I was literally having a lot of anxiety. He was like, it's okay. Like, and he's awesome. Like, I've been going to him since I was like in middle school. He's a great dentist, and I actually really, really like him. And like, he knows me very well, and he knows my family and everything. And he was like, you're going to be fine. Like, I'm going to take good care of you. And I'm like, I know you are, but I can't do this right now. I'm going to have to go home. You're going to have to let me leave, because I can't do this. But I'm going to go in there Thursday mentally prepared. I did it for really early in the morning, so maybe I'll still be sleepy. And I'm going to go in there and take it like a champ.
Have fun with that.
Send some prayers up for us. We got some shit going on.
Yeah, for real. I'm scared. I'm so scared. And I have planned too much for next weekend. I don't know why I said I could do all these things. I don't want to do them. I want to sit at home.
Period.
But I can't. The thing is I don't like sitting at home by myself, but I don't like going out and doing stuff either. So there's no win.
Yeah.
That's depression and anxiety for you.
Yeah, I feel
like
that.
I'm depressed about being at home, but if I go out, I will have anxiety about being out and doing stuff.
Literally me, bro. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But then when I'm sitting here, I'll be like, dang, I wish I could have done something. I wish I was doing something. My life sucks. I just sit here.
Yes.
But then if you go out, you're like, dang,
I'm ready to go home.
I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
Especially like going somewhere you don't know and like, dang, I don't know the parking situation. I don't know who's going to be there. Like, I'm scared.
Facts. Where am I going to park my car?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much parking is there going to be? Because I can't drive, and I need a good, wide open parking spot for me to park my car. I don't want to park my car on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, I feel that.
It's a lose-lose. Like, you can't win. But anyways, that's it for this episode. It was kind of longish-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot of rambly.
Yeah, but it's not that serious.
But if anybody made it to the end of the video, please let us know, because I don't think anybody ever does. Make it to the end of the video. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or let us know. Both of them. Nobody does any. So if you'd like to support this place and this channel and these vibes, go ahead and let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and everything that
Follow
we've
all the
ever did is
socials.
linked.
Yep.
Down
Follow
below.
us. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't know when we're going to see you guys again. It won't be too long. Like, it's not going to be like years from now. But thanks for making season 2 great. And thanks for giving us some of the most views we've ever had on the second season. That was really awesome. And just keep us in your thoughts and prayers for the times to come for both of us. And because there's a lot happening. And
season 3 of every TV show is always the best season. So I know season 3 will be good. Literally every TV show, season 3 is the best.
It is.
And I said what I said. You think about any TV show, season 3, it's the best. So
period.
And we're going to have to get a new setup, which we're going to have to buy things for. We don't have the money for, so we have to actually do that before we can even film. So
yeah. So it might be a wait, but the wait will be worth it. And you can still follow us on all of our other social medias, because we'll still be posting there. We're not going like ghost completely. And we'll be keeping you guys updated on that. So that's a wrap for season 2. And we'll see you back for the next one.
bye.
Bye.